welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the March love outlook for the sign of Pisces. This is a general love outlook, so it could be in any area of your love life, your attitude towards love, or if you're calling in a relationship, or if you're already in a relationship, whatever the case may be. We're going to be looking at March from the perspective of your love life, right? Relationships. Now, of course, this is just one outlook, and so this is, of course, not going to resonate with everyone. So if it doesn't resonate with you or apply to your life, or feel as though it has any bearing on your situation, just let it go. Then this reading is not for you. All right, Pisces, let's get right into it. At the center, we have the Hierophant covered with the Sun. Wheel of Fortune. And the Page of Swords. Let's move this up a bit. There we go. Four of Cups and Death. Four of Pentacles and Justice. Strength and Six of Swords. Interesting, 4s and 5s have been all over the place for the monthly readings. Chariot at the bottom of the deck. All right, so let's put this over here for right now. So with the Chariot at the bottom of the deck, we are talking about your ultimate desire for a purpose, right? Moving towards your purpose in life, your goal, your chariot, your journey, right? It's the journey that we have in life towards our goals, right? And this is what the Chariot always talks about, that journey and how we want that journey to go. That journey, a lot of times, is life itself, right? But certainly preparing the path, preparing the way to a goal. Let's get right into it for you, Pisces. We've got quite a few major arcana. We have Wheel of Fortune, Hierophant, the Sun, Death, Strength, and Justice. So six major arcana cards. So this is a very strong month for you, Pisces, certainly. The Hierophant, of course, talks about commitment, right? Spiritual commitment, commitment to your culture, your religion, or your faith. A lot of times when we talk about love and relationships, the Hierophant showing up, it just really symbolizes ultimate commitment in a love connection. You're covered with the Sun, and the Sun, of course, brings clarity. It brings growth, right? The possibility for growth. It's interesting because the Sun oftentimes indicates a situation where you are very much the center of attention, right? Could be that this month, Pisces, you are getting a lot of attention from other people, from people who wish to maybe be involved with you, but I feel like you're already committed, right? You're already committed somewhere to a particular connection, although I don't feel that this connection is here with you. It could be that your lover is overseas or in another country or somewhere away from you for some reason. Not because you guys are split up or broken up, but simply because there is a distance there. Because it definitely feels to me like this is a reading for a Pisces who is committed and in love with someone, but that person isn't necessarily right this second in your everyday to-day life. Again, the Sun brings with it clarity, and it brings room for growth. So it certainly could be that the next stage, again with the Chariot, that you're coming into a stage of closeness, of calling in your soulmate or your lover. It may be that right now you guys are separated because of work or family or whatever the case may be, and that you will be coming together in the future. It feels like that to me, like this is the scenario, right? And I'm going to tell you why in just a moment. But first, let's talk about Wheel of Fortune, Page of Swords. Pisces, some of you are very much thinking about luck, right? You need a lot of good luck. Could it be that you may be indeed dealing with immigration issues, right? Traveling issues. You may be dealing with official issues or business issues that are impacting the ability for you to be with your lover. And this March, you're looking for a little bit of good luck, and lo and behold, in it comes. The Wheel of Fortune is indeed turning for you. And I think that in the back of your mind, you've been resonating with a Page of Swords, which is just really trying to be optimistic about the situation, right? It could be that you've had people telling you this entire time that, you know, this is never going to work out. It could be that you're having a long-distance relationship indeed. And you may have had a lot of people trying to convince you that long-distance relationships just don't work. But in any case, you're staying strong, you're staying committed, you're staying true, and you're certainly staying positive about the situation. In either case, the wheel is turning for you. And so in March, a lot of good luck is coming your way to assist you with this, right? And to have the sun also here, meaning that there is room for growth and progress, there's definitely a good outlook for you on the horizon in March. And certainly for those of you who are indeed separated from your lover right now, I feel like you're going to be traveling towards each other. You do round your reading off with a Six of Swords, which is all about movement and traveling towards harmony. Here's another reason why I believe that you're already in love with someone who may not at the moment be around. You do have a Four of Cups, and I feel like somebody has been trying to offer you a cup of love or come into you because they may be thinking that you're single, or they may be thinking that they have a shot with you, but you are absolutely adamant. You say, no way. You know, you're saying no to this person. And it's interesting that this will come in. It very much indicates, I want to say it reaffirms, rather, the level of commitment that you have, that despite the fact that your lover may not physically be here with you right now, you're not willing to cheat, you're not willing to engage anyone else. You are absolutely steadfast and loyal. And this is the energy you're coming into the month with. But things change, right? Transformation in the form of death comes in. And so by the end of the month, there's a big change in your outlook or in your attitude. It could be that this change could very well be the change that you need to this, that's coming into the situation to allow you two to be closer to each other, right? To actually be with each other. That may be the physical transformation that comes in, right? Because death is very much a physical transformation as well. It's when our entire environment changes, right? It could be our job and therefore our status or financial, you know. It could be changes in, you know, material changes, changes that we can see, physical changes sometimes. Of course, death doesn't actually mean death in the tarot, but it definitely means a physical transformation in all levels. Spiritual transformation, emotional transformation, but one that can be seen. When I say a physical change, I mean a change that can be observed and seen, right? And so again, I think that right now you're in a situation, you come into the month in a situation where you're like saying no to possible suitors because you're connected with someone. But by the end of the month, I think it could also possibly be that the change that comes in by the end of the month is definitely the circumstances. And suddenly now you find yourself closer with your lover, physically closer with your lover, and you're not having to sort of deal with this. It could be that this Four of Cups could just be a feeling of like, it may be I want to say highlighting the feeling that you are a little bit lonely, right? You may be feeling a little bit lonely without your partner right beside you. And so even though people are coming in, suitors may be coming in offering you their cup or wanting to have some kind of connection with you, and you are saying no, it just keeps reminding you of the fact that you are right now on your own, right? And it will be easy to go ahead and say yes, but that's not who you are, Pisces. You're so committed to this connection. And I think you're committed to the future of this connection, which is your Chariot card here. The attitude that you're coming into the month with toward, sorry about that. Motorcycle outside. I hate that so much when they do that. It's like, I don't know, it's such a turn off. Four of Pentacles is the attitude that you have when you towards love coming into the month. And so could very well be that one of the issues that is hampering all of this is, of course, money. You have the Justice coming in for you. So this definitely makes me feel like we're talking about a situation here of immigration, financial issues, you know, official issues, you know, some kind of official issue here with this love connection that needs to be rectified. And injustice even. You may be dealing with a situation, again, you may be dealing with someone who's incarcerated, right? And you're waiting for, you know, and they may be incarcerated for a reason that they really shouldn't be, or, you know, they're about to get out, or whatever the case may be. But you can see here that money and the need for a rebalancing and justice coming in are at the heart of your relationship this month. And so certainly some of you are dealing with a strong love bond that is being impacted by the world around you, by the rules of the world around you. And whether those rules are immigration rules or they are, legal or criminal rules or whatever the case may be, money is involved, status. Certainly you need status and financing to be able to support maybe your case or maybe your position. But justice comes in, and so that means the decision is definitely coming in this month. The wheel is turning for you. I think you're going to have a lot of good luck this month. If you are waiting for a decision to come in on a situation that is impacting your lover, right, then it will come in this month. Discussion about it will come in this month. You have to be very strong, and I think this is what you are resonating with in terms of your desire this month. You just want to be strong enough to get through it. Right? You just want to have the strength to be able to put the right boundaries in place, to maintain your position, to maintain your strength, to not be at the mercy of your emotions. Because certainly if you're going through something like this, which is, by the way, very, very difficult. I have been in this situation. I've had a husband from another country and moving into the U.S. together and all of that. And, and he was English, so it wasn't even from some kind of exotic place, still there were issues, there were immigration issues, and so it's a difficult process. So I can just tell you from personal experience that I understand. If you are dealing with that, I understand how hard it is. But you must remain firm, you must remain strong. You definitely have to enforce your boundaries with people around you. When you're in a situation like this, certainly if you're dealing with this, or if you're dealing with a lover who's incarcerated, you want to be careful who you let into your life. You want to be careful who you tell your business to, right? Because whatever the case is, you're dealing with officials, right? You're dealing with official laws, or you're dealing with official documents and paperwork, departments, etc. And it's very important for you to maintain the proper boundaries so that you aren't... First of all, so that your energy isn't sucked from you. And secondly, so that you're not allowing, forces in that could hamper you or derail your plans. And so you're being called upon to really show a lot of strength, a lot of fortitude, and to almost really stand on your own in a lot of ways, right? And this is what you do desire. You desire to be strong enough to handle it. And I think you are, Pisces. By the end, there is a movement towards harmony. And so by the end of the month, you definitely resonate with a progression of this situation, right? Movement. Good movement coming in on this situation. Remember, the sun brings with it growth, and there's growth in this month for this, right? You have the Wheel of Fortune turning for you, and things are absolutely changing. It could be, excuse me, for some of you, the issue may indeed involve getting married. If you're dealing with an immigration issue, right, or some issue where you are from different countries, and in order to be together, marriage may be the key, because the Hierophant is also one of the cards that, when it shows up for a love reading, can indicate the desire to take that commitment to the next level under the eyes of your God, as it were, right? And it could be that marriage is the key here in terms of getting over the immigration issues, or over whatever issues. And I keep saying immigration because that's just what it feels like to me, because it feels like there's land or water or countries separating you right now. But it may be something completely different. So please don't get caught up on that. I'm just using that as an example. But certainly it could very well be that if you get married, this whole situation kind of goes away, or certainly it evolves to the next stage where you guys can actually be together. There's definitely something official happening here with the Justice and the Hierophant involved. Let's pull out some clarifying cards for you, and then we're going to call this a reading, Pisces. It definitely feels also like the beginning of the next stage in your life. You have the Chariot there, and so it can be that this month in March, this whole situation kind of gets wrapped up, and you and your person are now free to move forward and live your life together. And again, marriage would be one of those scenarios where it would fix this kind of situation, right? Straight out, we have the Prince of Cups and the Tower. Wow. Nine of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. Well, there you have it. Change, financial change is going to come in and help the situation. It could be that you have some financial stability that comes in and that helps you, or just it changes financially. Eight of Swords, and this is the interference I was talking about. So be very careful. Eight of Swords is very toxic energy. It's interference from people who are very toxic, who are oftentimes very jealous. You know, and who will seek to sort of derail you, right? Because of their own sort of selfish needs. So be very careful. This could just be somebody who doesn't approve of your relationship, or somebody who wants to be with you, and if they ruin your relationship with the situation, then they may feel like they have a better chance. Whatever the case is, this energy here is quite toxic. It could very well be this person here whom you've rebuffed, right? And because you've rebuffed them in lieu of your deeper commitment here with your other lover, with your true soulmate, they may indeed come back with a real Eight of Swords toxic energy. Now, Prince of Cups comes out to clarify that Wheel of Fortune. Yes, the wheel is turning and really allowing your lover or you to come towards each other, to express your feelings for each other. I think the wheel is definitely opening up the way for you guys coming together, because the Prince of Cups is the same as the Knight of Cups, and there is movement involved there. There's a feeling of movement, and certainly movement when we mean coming together, right? Two people coming, so, you know, sort of moving towards each other. With the Knight, we have, you know, we have that. And so it could very well be that this Wheel of Fortune is turning for you right now to allow that movement to finally happen. Certainly if you are right now, for whatever reason, apart from each other. A Tower moment is coming in, and I think it's coming in on the heels of all of this positivity that you're having, right? Page of Swords is all about staying positive, keeping your self-esteem up, keeping your confidence up, not allowing anybody to sort of bring you down. And I think that along with this attitude and the Wheel of Fortune, you have a Tower moment in the best possible way. And I mean that to say that this Tower moment will literally feel like, you know, the heavens opening up and showering you with good fortune and good luck, and everything just works out. It just finally works out. And you're like, you're going to look back on this time, I think, and be like, wow, you know, that was such a difficult time, and we never knew we were going to make it, but we made it. You know, if you look back, you have children later on, you tell your children about it. And it sort of almost feels like this story that you're going to be able to tell about how you and the other parent, male, female, doesn't matter. My readings are gender neutral and sexual orientation not specific. But whatever the case may be, is you and your mate, maybe even in the future, talking about this, you know, remembering it's that age-old saying, you know, of we're going to look back on these times and laugh, right? And I think that this Tower moment that's coming in for you is coming in because of the strong commitment that you have to your future, to believing that things will work out. Very nice reading, Pisces. Very strong, positive energy that you're sending out. Now, Nine of Swords is coming in over that Four of Cups. This person is indeed very upset. Very, very hurt. Very upset about you rebuffing them. Right? About you sort of saying no. And it's a feeling, I think they're going to be feeling like you're being very cruel to them. Again, I feel this Eight of Swords, again, which is this very toxic energy. For those of you who are more familiar with tarot, Eight of Swords is that card in the traditional deck of the person who's bound and they're surrounded by swords, they're blindfolded and bound. And the attitude of this person is always to blame everybody else. And I have a very strong feeling that this Eight of Swords energy is this person that you've kind of said no to, and they're going to cause you some problems because of that. It almost feels as though that they're going to try to at least throw a monkey wrench in your plans. So just take care. It could be why the Four of Cups. Remember earlier I said, I wonder why this Four of Cups is showing up. Because yes, you said no to somebody, but that's not really a major... You know, it's not anything majorly to do with your current situation. You're so committed in your current situation. And it can be, now I understand why, because I feel like this person that you may have sort of said no to, as it were, right? It's like that this whole situation is going to try to come back and get back at you. Only because I believe that this person is going to be very, very hurt. And they may indeed try to act out in a vindictive manner by ruining your future plans or by trying to ruin this commitment that you have with this person here. Again, I feel like you do have a strong commitment with someone, but they're not factoring in. They're not showing up in the reading, which is another reason why I believe they are physically away from you right now. Now, one of the biggest changes to this whole situation is monetarily, and this is why death is being covered with the Two of Pentacles. It just indicates that there is a change in your financial stability all the way around, and of course this is going to impact this whole situation, because again, when we look down here, we see that at the heart of this situation that you're having, this, I want to say the separation that you are with your soulmate right now, at the heart of it are financial issues and legal issues, right? Financial stability and legal issues. So if the financial stability is changing, or if the perceived threat or lack of stability is changing, because Two of Pentacles generally indicates a change financially that comes, but ultimately results in you resonating higher. Ultimately, this change generally resonates with you kind of leveling up, right? The change is not for you to sort of fall down or tumble down. This is a leveling up, but the change can sometimes be very up and down. You know, when we change jobs and we're suddenly in a higher income bracket, or if we suddenly have an influx of cash, there is a lot of, you know what I mean? There's a lot of details that need to be ironed out, you know? It's like there's a lot of things you're trying to achieve. Now the money is coming in. So it's a lot of flux, right? It's a lot of flux. And this flux is coming in, and I think this is one of the main reasons why you're having this strong transformation with death, because finally the money is there. Can also be that one of the reasons this Tower moment down here comes in, it could be that somebody comes in and helps you guys with this situation, and it may be somebody you least expected, right? It could be somebody who was never really necessarily even approving of this union here, but whatever the case is, it may be that they come in and help you, and this may be one of the reasons why your financial situation is changing to now support you two coming together. In either case, there's going to be travel. Someone's going to be traveling to the other person. Whether it's you traveling to them or them traveling to you or whatever, you're going to be traveling towards each other in some way, towards harmony in this relationship. And it's certainly going to depend on a lot of big changes coming in March. Your Tower moment changes. There's financial flux and up and down. But if you remain committed, right, and positive and maintain your strength, you will absolutely get to where you want to go, because you have the Chariot here and you have more travel here, right? The Chariot and basically implies motion and moving towards a goal, and the Six of Swords, which is your outcome of this reading, is absolutely the same thing in a lot of ways, but more specifically moving towards somebody or an environment that is conducive to you, that is harmonious, and that allows you to thrive. Beautiful situation, Pisces. Difficult right now, you know, understandably difficult right now, but it is coming into the light, right? It is coming into the sunshine. It's coming into the light. Just watch out for this individual over here. They could be quite vindictive, this person, because they're very hurt. Just don't assume that everything is fine here, right? You know, it's like one of those movies. Don't forget about that one. You know, he's going to show up later, or she's going to show up later and cause trouble, right? So if it means having a conversation to clear the air, or if it just means watching your back and being careful, be very careful, because there is some toxic energy here, certainly, with the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords coming into you as a result of this sort of refusal that you've given someone. All right, Pisces, this is your reading for March. I hope it really gave you some clarity. Very specific situation, but I do hope it resonated for most of you out there, certainly the ones who've been called to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and share. Check out my membership section if you want to become a member to my channel and take part in the perks that I give you for that. Or comment down below, let me know how you liked the video and what you're going through yourself. Follow the link at the top of your screen if you want to get a private reading. But for right now, my lovely Pisces, have a wonderful month of March, and I'll see you next month for your love outlook. Bye-bye now.